So for today, we'll just touch base all these points. Okay, we'll touch base like how to configure what is the task in the tenant. We will see from tomorrow for each benefit plan. So on the screen for tomorrow, each benefit plan, I will come up with a requirement similar to the workbook. Based on the workbook, we'll configure the details. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's start from first with providers. Assume we are creating a benefit plan, sir. Okay, the benefit plan is a metro train, a train ticket, or some commuting allowance. Okay, so customer would like to show as part of benefit plan, not commuting allowance, because commuting allowance also we can create in compensation itself. There's no difference on benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, assume for this we'll start creating with some fictional data. Along with the fictional data, we'll try to understand what are all other fields we need to configure. Okay, a simple benefit plan we are creating. Let's say metro train ticket. Employer is paying metro train ticket of somewhere 25 US dollars per month to employee. Okay, simple requirement. Okay, so let's start from here. So here we'll create benefit provider. Also we'll create benefit coverage type. Then we'll create benefit plan. For now, we'll assign existing benefit group. We will also create one in our region. We'll assign benefit group. We'll also assign contribution details. And this is called plan setup. And then after we will also talk about create benefit to assign the plan, benefit event, assign benefit event and coverage type under enrollment event rule. Then also we'll create benefit, let's say plan year definition. And last, assign benefit plan to employee. So we'll follow these steps, okay, with some frictional data. First one, provider. Who is going to be provide this benefit? Self-establishment company, create benefit provider. Enter the effective date. By default, whenever we're creating the benefit plans, all the effective dates we will give 1/1/1900. We will give by default 1/1/1900. Okay. Or alternatively, you can give as customer establishment start date. For example, customer start business in 1/1/2020, we can give that date also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here we will select for our understanding 1/1/2023. Okay, 1/1/2023 provider. Okay. And the provider is nothing but company is only giving the benefit to employee. So I'm gonna give it a provider as if it is a healthcare and all, we will give here MetLife, Bupa, etc. Company provided. Okay, there is not a third party within company they're processing. And here you have URL, sir. So URL in the sense, for example, MetLife or Bupa you have given here. So whenever the MetLife and Bupa, the provider has some rules and regulations, terms and conditions, correct? So this benefit will on so and so date, this benefit plan will be expired on so and so date. You or your spouse are only eligible, children only eligible, only these diseases can be covered, something like that. So here what we can do is we can create the external URL and map the company, for example, if it is a MetLife. Here we can provide that MetLife URL. Okay, something like the customer will provide the URL, we'll just copy paste it here. What it is whenever you want to see the terms and condition, directly can select, it will opens the page, the particular page.
Yeah.
And here we can also give the provider type ID. Okay, it looks like in this other thing has been configured, will do. And provider ID also, the tax IDs and all we can provide it here. Provider tax identification number, like federal employer identification numbers are there, right? The details also we can give it here. The customer will provide these details. And is this Bnefit provider is a program partner? Okay, just for reporting purpose. A program partner, like they will give some kind of what you call discounts, vouchers, something that own partners. Then you can select this checkbox. It's just a flag. And here you have electronic signature. So we'll talk about this electronic signature, which means whenever the employee would like to enroll into any of the benefit plan, they have to read the terms and conditions of the employer and they have to select the checkbox, which means they're agreeing the terms and conditions. They're agreeing the terms and conditions and enrolling into the benefit plans. Okay, something like that. So we'll talk about that. We can also configure our own electronic signatures. I will discuss. And if you can scroll down further, here you can give the provider phone number, provider address, email, website address, all the details here. So, okay, a simple one. Provider, save this one. Okay, now we have configured the provider. Okay, next, let's create benefit coverage type. So what is the plan we are creating? So let's say a metro train ticket. Contribution is $25 per month. Employer contribution. Okay. Now, as I said, here we have 6 types of coverage types: healthcare, savings, spending, insurance, retirement, additional. Which coverage type? We can also call these are all coverage types. Which coverage type is suitable? So additional is suitable.
Additional, yeah.
Exactly, sir. So additional, correct. Now go to the tenant, access the task, maintain, benefit, coverage types. Maintain benefit, coverage types. So healthcare, HSA, yes. Spending account, SP or ESA, insurance, retirement, additional. Okay, the same things. So here, expand this additional benefit coverage types like this. You can expand this. Scroll down further. Here, these are already existing coverage types. Display order as well.
Yeah.
So you can select add row button. Okay. The first thing here, once you enter the name, enter and save that, the name you can see here. So display order. Display order controls, for example, an employee is eligible for all the 3 plans. Okay, all the 3 plans employee is eligible. Now, which plan you want to display first for the employee to enroll? That is controlled by this order. So you can give the same as well. When you give same, it will takes the alphabetical order of the plan name.
Can the display order, can it also be in alphabet A, B, C? Or it has to be numeric?
Good one. We always give numerics here, but yes, we can give a try on alpha, but we always get numeric on the display order.
Okay.
Yeah. Metro train ticket. So let me give this metro train fare. Okay. Use coverage target. When you select the checkbox, automatically the coverage targets will be populated on the benefit plan. Employee, employee plus spouse, employee plus children. So like that. But this is employer provided benefit plan. Okay, employer provided benefit plan. So let's select and see how the input looks. Then plan behavior, percentages, flat amount, rate. Amount means minimum and maximum, sir. What is the minimum amount? What is the maximum amount employer can pay or employee can contribute? Accept percent means what is the minimum percentage, what is the maximum percentage employer can contribute. Rates means a flat amount. Okay, it's a flat amount. So for different plans, we will select all these three options and we will see how that looks. So you can select rate. Icon, these are like workday delivered ones.
Yeah.
These icons you can select for easy recognition. Why do we need this? Sorry, how these icons plays a key role is whenever we select any icon, the same icon will be visible to the employee while they're enrolling. Okay, so that you can easily find the type of the plan. Let's select car.
All the icons are workday delivered. Can you create additional icon?
We can do that, sir. We can select one.
Okay.
Okay. We can select and upload. Yeah. So we'll select car here. I'll show how to create them. Then here, some kind of controls. What are these controls? Based on these controls you have selected, the plan will behave accordingly. For example, only one election. Let's say executive metro train ticket, a train fare, $50. Management metro train fare, $30. Non-management employees eligible for metro fare, $20. Assume you have requirement something like this. Okay. In this case, you can create all the three types of benefit plans with one coverage type. The coverage type is one. With the same coverage type, you can create three plans. Okay. At the time, out of three, you want to allow employee to choose only one. Either okay, if you're creating multiple benefit plans on one coverage type, then you must select this checkbox. If you're creating one coverage type, one benefit plan, okay, instead of this, if your requirement is something like this, not executive nor management, irrespective of the management level, all employees in USA eligible for $25. Okay, all employees eligible for $25. In that case, you need only one coverage type, one benefit plan. So you don't need to select this only one election. So, okay, it's optional. Must select coverage. If this plan is mandatory, employee has to choose this plan at any cost. Remember, if you select must select coverage, there are two more controls we need to configure. One is auto enrollment. On benefit plan itself, automatically employee will be enrolled into the plan. Okay, employee automatically will enroll. I will show you that. If that is the case, you must select this checkbox. Okay, display employee cost. Would you like to allow the employee to see the employee cost? Select this checkbox. Display employer contribution. Do you want to allow the employee to see the employer contribution? Select this checkbox. Okay. Then use coverage from plan year end date. Okay. Use this checkbox. Okay. This directly impact on the payroll side. So whenever you enable the checkbox, the benefit plans automatically will be enrolled to the employee or eligible to the employee from next year first date onwards. Okay, next year first date onwards. So
Okay.
benefit plan year we are gonna give the here that will fall
Plan
here.
definition.
Yeah, right. So if you're applicable, you can select it. Cobra eligibility So not all plans are eligible for COBRA. So
Yeah.
I'm right, sir. Only retirement or insurance, health savings plans. Health savings and insurance are eligible under some applicable circumstances. Something like if something happened to an employee, like employee death happened, or some disability, or company went bankrupt, or company terminated the employee without any proper reason, then the employee eligible for the healthcare and insurances. So these two we will select under healthcare and insurance. Here you have a checkbox in use. Once you create a benefit plan on this coverage type, automatically this checkbox will be enabled. Automatically this checkbox will be enabled. Okay, so it's something we are not supposed to select. And one more point I would like to highlight. Here you have this remove row. But here you see we don't have any remove row. Any guess, sir,
Okay.
why we don't have here and why we have here?
Because all of these other plans from 1, 2, 3 that have been created, they are all under one the
All,
same.
all are in use. All are in
Okay. They are
right? Yeah, once the benefit plan is in use, this is what I am saying. Like once the benefit plan is in use, remember you don't have an
not
option.
removed. Okay.
Okay, so this we have not created any benefit plan. That's why we have an option to delete this.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Any questions on this screen on coverage type?
It's fine.
Okay, I'm saving this record. Then we'll go to the next plan. Next task, that is create benefit plan directly. Okay, so access the task, create benefit plan. You can see here how we are including provider and coverage type. So effective date, I'm going to give 1/1/2023. Who is the provider? Company owned, correct? So we already created that. A, B, C. Okay, what is the benefit plan type? We are choosing additional benefit.
Additional.
Yeah, select this. And once you select this, automatically it will ask you the coverage type. The coverage type we already created. That is what it is, metro.
Train.
So what we'll do, we'll add AMD going forward, easily we can finish it, right? Okay, so what are the parameters to create a benefit plan? Effective date, provider, benefit plan type, coverage type. Select OK. Now this is the plan section. Okay, now let's talk about the fields. So benefit plan name. So one of the interesting thing, it is not mandatory you need to give the benefit plan. Okay, not mandatory you need to give the benefit plan. If you left this field as blank, automatically the benefit plan display as the coverage type. Let me show you. First, I will keep this field as blank. Here you can enter the benefit plan description. Customers will provide the description. You can enter here something like employer provided benefit for commuting to office, something like that. For more information, if you want, here you can create an external URL. So companies, they will maintain their own benefit portal, right? So what are the employee benefits with more details? So you can create an external URL and map the portal URL link over here. So whenever the employee wants to understand what are the conditions, terms of this benefit plan, they can select this link and they can find out. Benefit groups. As I said, benefit groups normally will include two things here, company plus employee active status. In this scenario, I will select the existing one, then later I will show you how to create. I'm selecting employees who is working in USA and employee status is active.
Yeah.
Further, if you would like to see, I will talk about this. Dependent eligibility rule, benefit eligibility rule, benefit group eligibility rule, we'll discuss. However, let me highlight this. So If any employee is part of this organization, either of this organization, and the employee status should be active, which means employee should not be terminated, and hourly compensation for employee is empty. Employee shouldn't have any hourly comp plan. Okay, this is the requirement. Yeah, based on this, the existing rule, we will also create our own. Okay, so here you have worker plan eligibility. This one will control. This one will control. Yesterday, you have asked one question. You remember, sir? Can I create a validation not to enroll the employees whosoever have dependent 26? Then I said we can create the worker plan eligibility, something like this. So this is also will suffice. Additionally, if you say only, let's say I have two types of employees. Let's say the customer has two types of employees. One is full-time employees or part-time employees. But your requirement is only full-time employees are eligible for this benefit plan. Okay, you can create eligibility rule and assign it here. Alternatively, if you have requirement something like salaried employee, hourly employee. Similarly, regular employee, casual employee. Okay, so if you have only full-time employees or salaried employees or regular employees or part-time employees, hourly employees, casual employees, you can create the benefit plan eligibility rule here and assign it here. Okay, which means only regular employees are eligible for the benefit plan. Okay, let me quickly create one. You can access the task, create benefit eligibility rule. Select benefit plan eligibility rule. Okay, name it here full-time employee eligible. So full-time is nothing but time type. So here search for time type. And on the relational operator, select in the selection list. Here you have full-time, part-time, and variable. So select full-time. Save this record. Right-click on this eligibility rule. Copy text. And map it here. Now employees who is working in USA and active status plus employees, full-time employees are eligible. Okay, sir?
Yeah.
Then auto enroll. If you select this checkbox, whenever you initiate the plan, automatically the plan is assigned to the employee. You're not allowing the employee to waive off the plan. You're forcing the employee to choose the plan. For instance, 401k insurance plans for them. Okay? Right.
Okay.
Use individual rates. So two things here. Customers, okay, let's classify the customers into two. Okay, two scenarios, sir. Customer one. Customer one. Benefit plans and contributions or rates maintained in Workday. Maintained in Workday. Customer 2. Benefit plans for reporting purpose maintained in Workday, but amounts, rates maintained in external system. Okay, they are maintained directly with the vendor, or they have some SAP system for benefits or exclusive system for benefits. In this scenario, Amounts are not maintained in Workday, sir. In scenario 2, amounts are not maintained in Workday. In this requirement, you need to select individual rates. Okay, individual rates. The rates will be differed for each individual employee. That rates you need to maintain in a table called maintain individual rates. We will discuss in detail while we are discussing complex topics. Okay, here we will do that. So let's go with the first scenario. Assume employee maintain benefit plans, amounts, everything in Workday. Okay, only provider is the vendor. So no, someone refreshed it seems. We didn't lost the data. Good. Okay. So we are not maintaining using individual rates. Assume the rates are maintained in Workday. Currency, USD. So we'll take other scenario also. Frequency, employer paying on monthly basis. So frequency I will select monthly. Earnings and deductions. So two things again here. If customer have ADP payroll or NGA payroll, we have to maintain the earnings and deductions and map it. If the customer has in-house Workday payroll, they can create earning or deduction for this. So I will explain. For now, keep the field as blank. I will discuss this. Expand plan details. So here you can give plan additional information text so that whenever the employee is enrolling into the plan, the employee can see the instructions here. Not only that, you can give the providers URL also. If they would like to see more details, they can see it here. Okay, something like employer something like that. Customer will provide the details. Right. Then expand this one, benefit eligibility rules and rates. Here we'll give the rates. Select the benefit participating group, the one whatever here we selected. This will be available here. So please do select. Okay. So remember, sir, this field is coming from, let me show you again. Here you have selected the checkbox coverage target, correct? That's why it is coming asking us include coverages, employee, employer plus, etc. Okay. If you unselect this checkbox, this field doesn't come here. This doesn't open. We can directly enter the details. So I'm selecting employee only, and this is the employer paid tax, and it is a taxable contribution. So it's like a post tax. Employer $125 US. Simple and straightforward. Any questions? Okay, let me save this.
Under the covers, because directly from the coverage, we were able to choose the cover that we wanted. So you did explain that if under the coverage, if it's checked, you automatically have it on the cover. So what's the best practice? Should we check or we should just leave it unchecked?
Right, sir. It's again depends on the customer requirement, sir. So for example, if they say across all employees are eligible for only one rate, then you no need to select this one. Correct? All employees have only one rate. If they say the rates are different based on the age, the rates are different based on the years of service, the rates are different based on the employee management level. In such scenario, it's mandatory you must select this coverage target, and you need to create this coverage target: management, executive, non-management, or years
Okay.
of service, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll take that scenarios also. Yeah. Now we created the benefit plan. The next one, of course, best practice also we should discuss. Always, whenever you create a benefit plan, update the benefit plan as a reference ID so that in future, if you want to play around with any EIBs, it's easy to understand. And also,
Okay.
if you remember, sir, I have not given the name for this benefit plan, correct? Let me read it again. See, I have not given the benefit plan name. Okay. So what happened here? Metro train fare is the coverage type. Metro train fare is the benefit coverage type. Company provided is the provider name. So both are prefixed here. Coverage type plus provider prefixed. If you enter name, something like
Metro fare. Okay. All right.
we already gave here. So I don't want
Okay.
to
Mhm.
employ provided. You see here what happened? This name will be added in between. I mean, as a prefix. Metro transfer company provided, employer provided. Okay. So remember, that's the reason Workday not make this field as mandatory. Okay. So now right click, copy the text, edit this benefit plan, reference ID. Go to the related action, integration IDs,
Action ID.
edit reference ID. And this is the system generated reference ID.
Yeah.
Remove this one and paste our own, and always fill the gap with underscore. If you
Underscore.
want to set the data with the vendors. Yeah. Or else integration will be failed. So if there is a space, integration will fail. And why do we need to map this reference IDs is, so I will also show you EIB concept. Manually how to assign, through EIB also how to assign. How also through EIB how to waive off the plant when employed. At that time, this reference IDs plays a key role. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So our plan is ready now. Now let's talk about the next concept, which is um,
Assign benefit group.
assign benefit group. Yeah, we already assigned here in the plan. Contribution details we have maintained $25. Event, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we already assigned the group here. And also we already maintained the contribution details under rates. Okay. Now directly we'll go to benefit event. Benefit events are nothing but the reasons. It's nothing but a reason. If you see our target employee, coverage type is metro train ticket, benefit group is nothing but USA active status, eligibility rule, full-time employees, rate, we selected $25 existing one employee. Planning definition, we have to create one. So now, interesting thing here is this one. Enrollment event type, enrollment event rule, attached to the coverage type we created. Now we are creating, okay, we are creating this value. We are creating this value. So access the task, create benefit event, and give the name as AMD Metro Fair. AMD Metro Fair. One moment. Right. Enrollment offering types. Here the coverage types are available. the one we created. So if you can see the metro train fares map it is. Okay. Worker selectable. If you select the checkbox, which means employee, him or herself, they can enroll into the plan. They can select this plan. If you unselect this, which means only the benefit partner or Ben admin can assign the plan to an employee. You got it right? If you
Yeah.
select the checkbox, employee him or herself, they can assign. If you unselect, Ben partner, Ben admin only can assign. Now let me select worker selectable also. Event date field label. So whenever you are assigning benefit plan to an employee, what happens is event date, it will ask you event date. So you can override the date with meaningful name, something like benefit plan effective date. Normally event date is nothing but whenever we are initiating. So instead of event date, I'm going to display this name. Okay, right. Route enrollment to benefit partner. If I select this checkbox, whenever the employee,
the BP goes to the benefit partner.
yeah, the BP needs to be configured, correct? And it will go to the benefit partner for the approval. Okay, so we'll talk about that during business process class. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry, I have some
You
cough.
are cold?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So in future, if you don't want this event type, okay, in future, if you don't want this event type at all, you can simply select inactivate. Once you inactivate, this event no longer available to select to an employee or HR admin. It will be hidden automatically. So whenever we're getting new plans, whenever we're amending the existing plans, we will select these options. Okay. So I'm not inactivating now, but we do have one class like how to remove the plans from the employees. Restricted countries. So would you like to restrict this event only for one country? Yes, only USA employees are eligible. Hence, I will restrict this only for country USA. Right. Then reinstatement the event. This is applicable for passive events. Okay, coordination event. Sorry, this is applicable for passive event, but we are not creating this event for passive event. So please ignore. I will pick up this discussion while we're discussing on the passive event. Okay.
Okay.
Then days to enroll calculation. Days to enroll on event date, on initiation date. Initiation date is nothing but, for example, today I'm initiating this transaction in the system. So initiation date is today, sir. Event date is nothing but effective date of the benefit plan. Okay. Mostly it will be event date, which means once the plan is initiated, what are the effective date you have selected, from that date till 10 days, this event will be open to select the plan. By any chance, if the employee has not taken any action within 10 days, automatically the event will be cancelled. So you're giving a timeline like 10 days, within 10 days, the employee needs to be select this. Okay. So here you have a checkbox. Sometimes what happens, for example, you are my benefit administrator. You have initiated this plan to me. You initiated. Within 10 days, I need to enroll into the plan. But I forgot or I was busy, I didn't take any action. Now I do have an option called checkbox, a flag it is. If any employee failed to enroll the plan into 10 days, the employee should not report back, which means the employee lost the opportunity. Employee should not come back and say that. Okay. If you have the strict guidelines, you can select this flag. Okay. And coordination of events and reasons, this will pick up during our business process. We don't want to reprocess future events all. And we can also select hire, change of, etc. events here. I will talk about all this during BP class. Okay. Since we're at basics. Yeah. Any questions are here?
Yeah. Under the days to enroll,
Yeah.
go a little bit. Okay. Now, employee cannot report after days to enroll. After we have initiated or we have launched this event, and for instance, maybe this is checked initially on my configuration, can I come back to edit it and uncheck it?
Good one. So on benefit event type, what are the reasons are always editable, sir. But on benefit plan, once you select, some of the fields cannot be editable. You can still edit it. Yes. Okay, but make sure once the event is already initiated, the change won't be applicable for the initiated events. Only this change is applicable for the new events which you initiated. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So rest also there are fields we will discuss. Then I will take you to the plan year definition. So what I do is this I'll pick up now. Benefit plan year definition. Plan year definition is mandatory. If you don't create a plan year definition, or if you don't assign the benefit plan to the existing plan year definition, remember the benefit plan cannot be assigned to an employee. Okay, so make sure create benefit plan year definition. Okay, create benefit plan year definition. And here you can give the name. I'm giving the AMD just to identify whenever you're playing around in the tenant. We easily identify it is AMD. Okay.
Yeah.
Is 2023. Start date I'm giving here as 1/1/2023. Of course, you can take calendar help also. And here you can select 31 December 2023. Yesterday we discussed this one. Planning definitions. AMD ongoing benefits program. Okay. How come I'm not? Oh, yeah. So here we get additional benefit plan, right, sir? Select this and search the benefit plan here. So your benefit plan must be available to map. So with the help of this plan year definition, you are assigning this plan to an employee. Select OK. Sorry, any questions here on plan year definition?
Okay, the end dates for the plan year will always be for the entire year, right?
It can be also you can update 2024, sir. It's not mandatory, it has to be the year end. You can, which means this 2 years, you are continuing this benefit plan.
Okay.
Okay, like that it is.
Okay. And how does this plan year, how does it drive? For instance, if I put the end date, we start date as 01/01/2023. If I decide to put end date like 01/31/2023.
01/31.
Yeah, 31/2023. 23 instead of 24.
Yeah.
So how does this drive when I try to assign somebody that is now hired, maybe in February or in March?
No.
Will it have an impact?
No, plan won't be available to assign.
It won't be available.
It is available to assign only between these 2 dates.
Between this period, okay.
Yeah.
Good.